Your voice feels like a secret I've been waiting to hear. You speak like you've seen both heaven and hell and chose love. Every word you say feels like a whisper from the universe. Your voice doesn't just speak, it leaves a mark. I didn't know I was thirsty for truth until you spoke. You speak in a way that feels like a healing I didn't know I needed. Your voice tells me stories I never needed to know, but needed to hear. You don't speak, you awaken dreams I forgot I had. You talk like someone who's been torn apart and put back together beautifully. Your words don't fill the silence, they make it meaningful. Every sentence you say is like a prayer answered. You speak like your soul has lived through fire and still chose love. You don't talk, you share the wisdom of the universe in whispers. Your voice lingers long after you're gone. You speak like someone who's been broken and rebuilt stronger. Every word you speak feels like a thread weaving me closer to truth. You don't just talk, you reveal the parts of me I've been hiding. Your voice feels like the wind after a storm, soft but powerful. You speak like you're telling secrets that are meant to heal, not hurt. You don't speak to be heard. You speak to be understood. Your voice feels like the answer to a question I never knew how to ask. You speak like someone who's been lost and found in the same breath. Every word from you feels like it was written in the stars. Your voice wraps itself around my heart like a warm blanket. You speak like you've lived and loved on another plane of existence. Your voice is the only sound that can quiet my mind. You don't speak in riddles. You speak in truths I can't ignore. Your voice feels like it was meant for me and only me. I never realized how much I needed to hear you until I did. Your words don't just echo in my mind, they sink into my soul. Every time you speak, I feel like I'm being reintroduced to myself. You speak like you've learned the art of turning pain into poetry. Your voice pulls me into the present moment like nothing else. You don't speak in normal tones. You speak in vibrations that heal. Every word you say feels like a step closer to the divine. Your voice cuts through the noise of my life and makes me listen. You talk like someone who's not afraid of the truth, no matter how painful. Your voice is a melody I'll never stop hearing. Every sentence from you feels like a message from the cosmos. You don't just speak, you create entire worlds with your words. Your voice is the calm after my storm. You speak like you know the language of my heart better than I do. Your voice is the one sound I'll always recognize. You don't speak, your soul just pours out. You speak like you've lived lifetimes of love and loss. Every word from you makes me believe in magic again. You talk like the universe itself is in your throat. Your voice leaves an imprint on my heart I'll never erase. You speak with a wisdom that feels ancient and brand new. Every word you say feels like a piece of me being put back together. Your voice feels like a promise to never let me go. You don't just speak, you ignite the fires of my soul. Every time you speak, my heart skips a beat. You talk like you understand the kind of pain no one else does. Your voice is a kind of magic I never believed in before. You speak like someone who's learned to embrace both light and shadow. Your words feel like a map to the heart I've been searching for. You speak like you're painting the world with your thoughts. Every time you open your mouth, I feel like I'm hearing a sacred hymn. You don't speak words, you breathe life into my soul. Your voice feels like it's been carved out of stars. You speak like someone who has kissed the edge of eternity. Every sentence from you feels like it was meant to be said to me. You speak in such a way that I can't help but listen to my own heart. Your voice is the answer to a prayer I never spoke out loud. You talk like someone who's not afraid of being raw and real. Your voice is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. You speak like you know the exact frequency my heart resonates with. Every word you say feels like it belongs to the universe, but also just to me. You don't speak, you leave a mark on the world with your voice. Your words speak to the parts of me I've kept hidden for too long. You talk like your unrevealed mysteries no one else has the courage to face. Every sentence you say brings me closer to the truth I've been running from. Your voice is the melody my soul has been searching for. You speak like someone who's been touched by both heaven and earth. Your words are like keys unlocking doors inside me. You talk like you're saying everything I've never known how to say. Every word you speak is a lesson in love and loss. Your voice feels like a warm embrace from the universe itself. My dear, your voice rearranged my beliefs more than any sermon or silence ever did. You spoke, and my demons fell to their knees. Your words feel like old memories I never lived but still ache for. I've never been so wrecked by someone's gentleness. You didn't talk to me, you touched my soul through syllables. I didn't fall for your voice, I drowned in it. You speak like the stars know your name. Your words felt like lightning disguised as lullabies. You talk like someone who's died and come back wiser. Each word from you feels like a scar being kissed. You cracked me open using only your sentences. How do you speak destruction with such grace? You don't speak. You summon something ancient in me. Your voice sounds like heartbreak learned how to heal itself. You speak in a frequency my wounds understand. I didn't understand love until your voice explained it. Your voice taught my silence how to breathe again. Every word from you feels like it has a pulse. You speak like a universe I've been aching to return to. Each sentence you say ruins my logic perfectly. I tried to forget your voice, but it echoes inside me. You don't speak, you cast spells with honesty. Even your silence speaks louder than most people's love. You talk like you've been broken beautifully. I didn't fall in love. Your voice pulled me into it. You say things that make my soul wake up. Your words feel like ancient truths I was born to hear. You speak with the kind of hurt that heals others. You talk like someone who's loved and lost in one breath. Your language is pain painted with poetry. You don't converse, you resurrect the forgotten parts of me. Even the silence after your words feels holy. You speak like someone who's been kissed by angels and betrayed by humans. Your voice entered me where no hands ever reached. I crave your words more than I've craved anything physical. You didn't speak to impress, you spoke to confess. You talk like you've seen heaven and chose to return. Your words broke me open, beautifully, brutally, perfectly. Every sentence from you feels like divine disobedience. I've never felt seen just by hearing someone speak until you. Your voice told my heart it was safe to bleed. You don't speak. Your soul just spills into sound. You talk like a storm that doesn't apologize for raining. You speak the language of scars and survival. Your voice kissed my chaos into quiet. I keep replaying your voice like it's a prayer. You said my name like it was sacred. You taught me how words can seduce and save. You speak like someone who's bled beauty. Your voice opened rooms in me I had locked for years. You don't just speak, you rearrange realities. Your words taste like nostalgia and longing. You speak like someone who's wrestled their shadows. I never knew conversation could feel like spiritual contact. You don't talk, you translate what my heart never could. Every time you speak, I feel less alone in the world. You said things I didn't even know I needed to hear. Your voice is the only one my soul doesn't resist. You make speaking feel like sacred ceremony. You speak like you've loved and lost galaxies. Your words healed what silence couldn't. You said the truth even when it shattered us. Your voice speaks to the version of me I'm afraid to show. You don't argue, you awaken. You talk like you've kissed your grief goodnight. You speak like you're not afraid to bleed beauty. I didn't fall for your face. I fell for your voice. Every word you say unlocks a truth I was hiding. You speak like a soul who's made peace with their past. I don't know what you are, but your voice feels divine. You didn't heal me. You reminded me I was always whole. You speak with the grace of someone who survived hell. You made love feel less like fear and more like coming home. Your voice sounds like everything I was afraid to feel. You talk like your pain turned into poetry. You speak like someone who's been forgiven by the universe. You don't speak words, you release awakenings. Your voice haunts my peace in the most beautiful way. I didn't understand intimacy until you said my name. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. You speak like you've loved someone you had to let go of. You don't explain, you enchant. Your voice feels like a confession I never asked for but needed. You speak like your soul is older than your body. Even your pauses say more than most people's promises. You talk like heartbreak taught you the alphabet. Your voice is the only truth I trust anymore. You didn't ask to be understood. You just were. Your words feel like prophecies wrapped in pain. You speak with a calm that disarms my defenses. You talk like you were born from both fire and forgiveness. Your words resurrected a softness in me I had buried. I hear you even when you're not speaking.